We are. That's Sash.
That's the way it is.
What?
Sweet. Do I have the most today?
You do.
Yes.
Like by far.
By far, okay. Okay, this
five.
works out well. All right, I'm going to do my marbles. I am totally alive.
Oh,
And alive is a cat case, maybe. All right, I'm going to do all my marbles, and then we'll be even. Somehow. All right, so this is a really cool book. This is Amazing Spider-Man Wakanda Forever. So if you like the Dora Milaje, you will like this book because it's basically a story about them and their adventures with Spidey. It's really cool. So it's basically it's a Dora Milaje who left a long time ago and took an artifact with her and is on Earth and is creating all kinds of problems. It's a really weird, I don't want to say weird, weird's not fair, a very unique art style. So it feels, let me see, what other angular art styles like?
Differentiated?
You remember Eon Flux, it's an old MTV cartoon? It's angular like that. So it's not the normal art style for comic books, or at least not the, I mean, it's really cool. I liked it.
When MTV was cool, right?
Yeah, man, when they used to have like really cool cartoons.
Like music and cartoons and cool things.
Mm-hmm. Does MTV exist anymore? I don't
know.
I'm old, so I don't know.
I just remembered. I guess I'm old too.
You kids hear loud music. Sorry,
I haven't watched MTV in about 10 years.
Oh my goodness gracious. All right. And the Sentry, this is Jeff Lemire writing. So basically the Sentry is a really cool character who has very strong power. The problem is that the fellow who is Sentry now has also been a very, very bad entity called the Void. And they exist together in the same person. So if the Void takes over, then everything gets destroyed. So the Sentry, who is Bob, that's his name. I'm just not lying. It's totally Bob. Don't call him Bobby. He hates it. He's created a little pocket universe where he can go for once every 24 hours, like usual, and go and exist with no implications to the real universe. So, and it's really, really cool look at him. You actually get to see his cool dog and his other people that you usually see with him. I don't want to say sidekick, that's not right either, but if you don't know anything about Sentry, you're cool. You can totally jump into this book and learn all this stuff. Matter of fact, everything I just told you, I just learned from this book just now.
So I can jump in.
You can totally jump in.
I'm going to jump in.
You enjoy it for sure. All right, Donny Cates, man, you've got one twisted brain, and I love it. Venom number 3, he's not slowing down, guys. If you ever think that, oh, number 1 is the one I should get, and then I can kind of coast on the rest of them, no. Issue 2 was mind-blowing. Issue 3 is also mind-blowing. You've got basically this giant dragon-like creature that you know is a symbiote. It's been referred to as the King. And now you're going to see, you know, like all symbiotes, they have what inside of them? You guys know?
I forget.
Well, they have a host.
Okay.
They have a host.
Oh,
So
I thought you meant the...
No, so they have a host. So,
I didn't know you meant the...
Yeah. So you get to see what the host is in the center of this.
Oh, no, I don't want to know.
Yeah, you do want to know. It's so cool.
No, it would be too scary, I think.
It's funny. You can totally read these comics.
That'd be too scary.
I do read a lot of comics now, actually.
I know you do.
I'm stuck in DC mind frame right now because I read all DC.
All right, so by the way, this is a really cool Adam Kubert cover, so you go pick this up. It's just the normal cover.
It's pretty.
This is Peter Parker's Spectacular Spider-Man. This is a new story arc called Coming Home. Okay. So
not Homecoming.
He has not been. No, not Homecoming. He's not been in our the regular MCU's universe for a while, or timeline. He's been off doing other things. But what he's found out is he has a legitimate sister, an actual Parker named Teresa. Yes. Yes.
But I didn't know they were legit.
They're legit.
No.
At least it says so.
No.
Yeah, so you get to see them interact a little bit more.
So don't miss it.
No, don't miss this one. This one's really cool. So if you want to catch up, you can totally jump in right here. This is the spot. thank you, Chip Zdarsky, for your entry page. He always has this cool page at the beginning of the book, which is so Chip. It is not the normal, like, hey, this is the character, and this is what he's been doing. No. It's like actually talking to him in person, I'm sure, because it's really cool. All right. Who wants to go next? I'm doing the marbles.
Batman, Prelude to the Wedding, Part 5. Harley Quinn versus the Joker. If anyone objects to this marriage, speak now and go home in pieces.
Why does that not surprise me?
Well, I mean, it's Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's so good. If anything, pick this one up. If you're going to get any of the prequels, because this one ties directly to... So after you read this one, you need to go back and read Batman 48, 49, and then 50 next week. Yeah, it takes place directly before 49, but 48 and 49 kind of happen at the same time.
By the way, Joker is completely not playing fair when it comes to speaking truths that are difficult truths in Catwoman's ear about the upcoming nuptials. He's evil.
When does he play fair?
Never, but he should leave this alone.
Okay.
Joker, when he's talking to Catwoman and telling her stuff.
Yeah, but it's like he really needs to go to this wedding, because then maybe he'll stop for a few minutes.
It's like high school drama.
No, he's speaking truth. He's not saying lies. He's speaking truth about what he believes will happen if they get married.
Aww.
But it's what he believes will happen.
Correct.
So he believes it to be true.
He believes there's some angst that will be lost by Batman, and he desperately dislikes Batman was to kill him, but he also needs him around, if that makes sense. So in his sixth sense of humor, he's explaining to Catwoman that if they get married, then he'll be happy, and then he can't be a very good foil to his villainy.
He kind of talks about this to Harley in this issue. So if you want some more information there.
That is.
But I love Harley's outfits in this. You don't really see her in this outfit. You see her in some other outfits, and she plays around with it, and it looks awesome.
Cute.
So.
All right, what do you want to do first? You want to wrap first? What's going on?
Yeah, wrap. But
okay, which one are we wrapping on? I know, but it's a long wrap. And she just wrote it, so it's not like you've been living it with it forever. Oh, you want to do Matt Rosenberg? Here's a rap for you about Multiple Man.
Yes, and it's not my best whenever, but we're gonna use it.
All right, keep your beat.
This week I read Multiple Man. I liked it from the time it began. They found themselves a secret room. Dude, it's supposed to be hard to get into. He says mutant science is barely a field. Maybe when Jamie wakes up, more will be revealed. Is he the real Jamie or is he a dupe? We are all a piece of Jamie, to tell you the truth. Did he come back from the dead? I'm not going to tell you, now you're jumping ahead. Wait, he's hitting himself now. Then there are two of them. What the how? Now they're starting to multiply. Wow, this is a one annoying guy. Well, guys. Next, he says he's from the future, but the X-Men, they aren't so sure. Here comes Deadpool with a bang. He really smashes that window. Dang. Oh, here they come. Wonder who it is. So much fighting with the Fizz. So that's all you're getting out of me for now, but come pick it up and read it, because wow.
Oh, that's the best one ever. Hashtag with the Fizz. That's a great review. You're setting the bar really high for reviews, by the way.
I know, right?
Gosh. Not only do you review a book, but you wrap it.
But I don't do like impromptu. I actually write it ahead of time.
Hey,
you guys don't do that.
She does it as she's reading it.
I do,
and then
yeah.
she goes back and changes
Don't tell
things.
my secret.
Oh my gosh, that's
But
so good.
Not anyone can do it.
No, not anyone can do it.
I don't think writing raps is as easy as you think it is.
Okay.
I think you've got a mad skill.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you gotta come up with the rhymes and everything. No one can do that like you can.
And make up new scenes, like with the Fizz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're complete guy.
Yeah. All right. Boom lovers. Here's a little break from your Lord Dacon attacking and trying to destroy all of the Rangers. This is the anniversary special, and this is all original content that they've written, but it actually scoops you around in short stories around the Morpher universe. So jump in, grab it. It's not a throwaway issue by any means. It is by many, many great people, and you will love all the different art
cover.
styles.
I love that.
They're really cool.
Alright.
Ta-da! Which one's the one you need to end with the bang?
Yeah. Flash War Part 3, Flash number 49. With all hands against them.
Wait, all I need to care about is this. Martian Manhunter! Woo!
He's in this one too.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
He's back, man.
See, because you can see, everybody's trying to slow them down. Because, well, if you're caught up, then you would know.
Well, this is part 3, so...
So, yes. Well...
What happened in part 2? Because I heard it was something gigantic.
Yes. So, Zoom tells Wally Flash that his kids are trapped in the Speed Force like he was.
Oh.
So, in order to get... So he needs to get them out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, they're going to try to do it. But Barry Flash is trying to stop him. Because, obviously, you can't break the Speed Force. Again.
Should not.
No.
You shouldn't do it again.
No.
For the first time?
Yeah.
It creates lots of trouble. Pretty much anytime they do that stuff, they end up with a new baddie. So.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Where is Godspeed, by the way? Speaking of baddies. Have we heard from him?
He's still... That was a long time ago.
No.
So
I don't like it when baddies just get dropped. It makes you wonder what they're like.
He didn't just get dropped. I just didn't.
He's just so last season.
He's so last storyline. Maybe even
last storyline.
Like before that, the last storyline was Gorilla Grodd, so it was the storyline.
No, like he's just
two
he's
before
that.
Yes, well, at the beginning of the last storyline, I think is where we last saw him, and he was still.
So he's still in play, right?
Not right now. He's back in.
But he's not dead.
He's not dead, but he's
Not
in prison
there.
still. So of course you see all these heroes trying to stop them. Well, you gotta pick it up because it's not one you want to miss. You cannot miss it if you are reading the Flash War.
Nice. All right, so this is issue 2 of Frank Thierry's Pestilence, the Story of Satan. Fair warning, it does have it on the cover for mature readers only, but this has many multiple pages of nudity, so don't accidentally leave this out where your kids can find it, because they'll know all the birds and bees stuff. Basically full of storyline that started in the first issue, where you've got Satan has created a weird disease that he's infiltrating the I'll say Catholic faith because it's close to like bishops and cardinals, etc. And they're doing very bad things. So he's just kind of like finding his way around. But you also have a good group that is trying to fight them. And you find out in this kind of book how well trained they are, how well they trained their family to be able to deal with demon, we'll call them demons, the people that are actually infected as they come around. It's really great storytelling and great art, but I can't tell you enough. Don't leave it around for kids. Yes, this was the one that everyone's going to be hunting tomorrow. I'm surprised I don't have calls already about it.
Yeah.
Teen Titans?
Yes.
Teen Titans special with Kid Flash, Damian, and Red Arrow.
What?
And a mystery character.
Why is he not called Robin in that? Why is he called Damien?
Can't really say
Oh.
without giving away.
All of it?
Yeah. So there's 3 separate stories, and then they come together at the end.
So read it
So-
and find out, right? You have to
Read it and find
now.
out. Yeah, because Damien, of course, wants to get some new Teen Titans. So we're gonna find out about a couple of them. Yeah, and we also see some of his more rebellious side.
Oh, I thought he was all rebellious.
It's more rebellious.
I was gonna say, he's not
Going
rebellious.
against-
His
well,
main characteristic is rebellion.
Rebellious, sir?
Going against more of like a standard that Batman has.
Oh no.
Rebellious to a new level, yo.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Is it what
yeah.
I think it is?
Maybe.
Mhm.
We'll talk later.
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to do a couple of Valiant books, and then Jenny's going to do her cool review, her actual non-rab review. But so these are both Matt Kent's books here.
Mm-hmm.
So in Exo Man of War, we're on issue 16, so this is the storyline called Our Barbarians. So the
Love her
storyline
so
we're
much.
currently in is really great because it's going back and telling you a lot about RX back history and this one is more about how he meets one of his very close companions.
Cool.
I love when they do these kinds of things. We're going back into history. I think this is 323 BC, something like that. So it's like he's it's kind of like his relationship, like how he gets stuck with the Roman legion, even though he's not a Roman himself. You find that out in this book that I didn't know before.
Is it historically accurate?
Probably. I mean, I don't think this person existed, but I think the way that things were back then, I think that part is true.
That's cool.
So this is really, really great. And as always, the art is to die for. They always,
Yeah.
they never disappoint for those.
This one.
And then Harbinger
That
Wars
one looks
2.
so awesome.
So the setup is the number 1. If you didn't get to read it, I just think you should go find it because it's really great.
Mhm.
So Livewire has used her technological power to basically throw an EMP so that you have all of the Earth satellites have been thrown down to Earth. So there's no real like technology stuff to be used right now because there's a Psyot activator named Peter Stanchek who has lots of other powers on his own, who's basically going around the globe and just like randomly activating Psyots. So Psyots they have superpowers that they don't know what they'll be until they become activated. It's a very painful experience for them. They can't go backward, and oftentimes they cannot control what they are given as a power. Like
It's not
it
good.
comes up and then they can't like keep themselves from exploding or whatever's going on. So in this one, all hands on deck to try to capture him. So if you like all of the characters, so you get to see Faith, and you get to see the Hardcore, and you get to see Exo Man of War, and Ninjak, and you get to see them all working together to good effect in this book.
Good.
So
You get to see Corbin and Woody.
no Corbin Woody in this issue.
Aww.
I am very sorry.
I
But
figured
if
they'll
you
show
like-
up at the goat at the end and just rescue everyone.
Yeah.
Is my turn again?
It's totally you.
Anna
Which
has
one?
2 books.
I know, but I have babies to do.
Oh,
as well.
wow, okay.
I'm overachieving and doing graphic novels.
Bedtime games. Okay, so language.
Okay.
Heads up, language. Content and language. We
Very
have
mature.
some trouble about to be seniors in high school in their little maladventures. Getting into some trouble, but good fun trouble, I guess. Language.
Some
but
trigger
if-
warnings, right, Jenny?
What?
Some other trigger warnings as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
So, but if you're growing up, read the book because it's really, really funny, and I keep getting stuck with books that I can't say anything about, but it's really, really funny, and it has it does have some twists, and I think it's made to be a really good series.
Sweet. And that's Dark Horse, yes?
Yes, Dark Horse.
Nice.
Okay.
Cool. Lookers.
Nice art too.
It looks cool.
Kind of gory some parts, but some parts
Wait,
are.
so was there any language in that book?
No, not. No. Yeah,
Plenty of language.
Like enough.
Jenny's like, oh, I can't rap about this one.
I could.
You'd have to make up a lot of fake cuss words.
I don't think I could even come up with that many.
Oh man. What you got there?
That challenge.
That's one of my favorites.
Oh.
Batman Detective Comics, number 983. We're getting closer to 1,000. On the Outside, Part 1, guest starring Black Lightning. So if you like Black Lightning, don't miss it. So this is Part 1 of a new story arc. There's not really a whole lot that I can say because I did not finish this one. This was one of the ones that I was reading up against the wire. And
Artwork's always good in that, though.
yes, the artwork is so good in it.
What was the book before it about? Does
So,
it flow into this one in any way?
It does not at all in any way, shape,
okay.
or form.
So you can jump totally
So you can totally jump right in. And man, so essentially there's someone trying to take out all of Batman's the Bat Fam. Yes. That's straight from this book, the Bat Fam.
They did not call them that, did they? Oh man.
Uh-oh, hashtag Batfam.
Hashtag Bat Fam. Because
Sounds like cuss words. This is so good.
Come up with a fake cuss word for you.
What the Batfam?
Yeah, I can use that now.
I don't want to say anything because it's so good.
It's okay to leave it.
Yeah. If you weren't sure if you want to continue picking up after the last issue being a little bit shaky on the ending because it felt like it should go on, but now it hasn't, pick this one up. You will love it.
Nice. All right, Shadow Roads. Every week I find myself really, really enjoying a book way more than I thought I would, even though I thought I would enjoy this book already.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Cullen Bunn, so I already really, really enjoy everything he writes, so was a no-brainer. But this is called Shadow Roads. This is an Oni Press. And probably every year or so, Oni Press puts out a book that I find to be my absolute favorite run. So like, things like Jeff Steinberg, Champion of Earth. Yeah. Those kind of things sneak in, Space Battle Lunchtime. So this is my new favorite from them. So and I also love things that are written by people that have historical context.
Mm-hmm.
So this takes place basically during a time in which you can be an American Indian and be kind of like a cultured one where you don't wear regular Indian dress and are in regular American society. So one of the characters is like that in this book. But he's being kind of shown around a museum which has just been outfitted with all of like a new Native American exhibit.
Okay.
And you can just tell it's everything within himself not to like smack this dude in the face, because the guy who's running the museum has basically got himself in full chief regalia and is making everyone call him chief anyway. So you've got that character who gets handed basically a sword from an unknown Native American culture. So there's that storyline, and then you've got another character who, for all intents and purposes, is a Wild West guy, but he can see spirits, and he is trying to find a character. I know he's trying to find a character who is a sharpshooter.
It looks awesome.
Yeah, and so you've got those three characters end up together, and they're on the cover, so you can see what they look like. They're really cool.
They look really awesome.
And you find out that there is a crossing over to another, I'll call it dimension, because for lack of a better word. You take a train and you can cross over. There's a certain spot in the tunnel where
I'm sold.
And so you've got these demon things, and it appears that one of them may have escaped into our part of the world, and they're going to need to try to figure out how to take care of that. But I can't explain it any better to try to draw you guys in, but please pick up this book. It is so, so good. You will not be sad. you can totally tell your local comic shop that I told you should buy it, and if you don't like it, then I will buy it back from you. Okay? That's me saying I will buy it back from you if you don't like it wherever you buy it. Okay, there you go. What you got?
Modern Fantasy #1 from Dark Horse. It's so good. So if you like D&D or any kind of RPG games, RPGs. That's like DC Comics, Detective Comics.
Uh-huh. So I was in the room while she was reading it, and she was enjoying it so much. Like, she was like, "Oh my gosh, look at this thing! They got this right, this thing, and the thing."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keeping up with the kobolds, like keeping up with the Kardashians.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. It's just the best. So, her name is Sage. She is a level 3 data entry employee.
It's important.
Yes, and this is Lizard Wizard. That's his name. Yes, that is his name. Yes, he is a wizard. He is a level 20 mooch. And
Is this like if
it took place,
it's like a real world.
Oh, it's the
man.
best, and he is in fact a lizard. So his name is very, very awesome. And
do they all work in the same office? Is that what's
so
going on?
no, he doesn't work. He's a mooch. He's a level 20 mooch. So she works in an office. Oh goodness, it's his name is harder to pronounce, but he is a level like 6. Some other position at the same office building, and a level 16 cultist of Crag.
How do
So
you remember this stuff? You're so
it's
good.
on the first page, and I just looked at it again. But I think some of those
I
numbers
am
are
not the
wrong. And
only
then,
one who cheats. I am not the only one who cheats.
And then she has a best friend who she's a magic user, and she just recently started dating a cleric, and now they're trying to get her to start dating this other elf that she has a crush on, and it's all kinds of nonsense. It's not a book that's for kids, but I would say parents, if you read it a little bit first, and I would probably say 14 and up. Because if you're playing D&D at a not family friendly place, you're gonna come across about the same amount of things. Maybe a little bit of language, but there's no nudity, so.
So it's like office romance D&D style.
Yes.
That's awesome.
That's so cool.
Written by Rafer Roberts. Now I'm gonna forget. But I know Rafer for another book, but I cannot remember what it is. Oh my gosh.
Well, and I'm not sure if he works at the same office.
No. Person of
But yeah, I know. But what Sarah said, I don't.
Sarah said.
Yeah, I don't think the elf, because he's on the cover, and she keeps daydreaming about him. But then other things are happening.
That are more important than office romance.
Yes.
What?
That looks cool.
All right. So this is a series, second of a series of books that has been written by Fred Van Lente, which I also love his work. So the first series dealt more with kind of the history of comics in a more traditional American standpoint. This is the comic book history of comics, Comics for All. So this actually goes back and explores the possibilities of the roots of comic booking being from not America necessarily, but so it presents some other things and takes you through comic book strips and other comic book forms that have shown up in other countries. And so if you just wanted to have a non-painful way to learn the history of comic books, and you want to read it in comic book style, there you go.
Spoiler.
I need that. But
Yeah, this is, I think everyone that's serious about comic books in any way should go to IDW.
or if you just like learning things about things, it's the easiest way to learn
If
things.
you're a history nerd, like I'm a history nerd, there's
Huge
nothing that
rock.
can sell a book to me faster than to present a comic book that takes place in some historical period, or even if it's a pretend historical period related, and in the back of the book you give me an actual page or two of actual history. There's nothing that will sell it to me faster.
She has his eyes on you.
Yeah, it's like Britannia by Valiant does that. Rock Candy Mountain does that. So yeah, those kinds of things I love, love, love. All right, so this is Holistic. If you miss this one, you will be sad, especially if you like really, really kind of like cute horror. So in the same vein as, let's say, Nightmare Before Christmas. Those types of things, okay? So this is Titan's Static Press. So their Static Press is usually stuff that's like based not in video games, more it's based in very like not America leanings. So in this one, you've got Alyssa who wakes up to find out that she's actually dead, and she doesn't know what happened. But she has lots of really cool companions she meets in her cemetery. So everything happens in her same cemetery, and you have like a death-style creature. And she has a romance. She meets somebody that she falls in love with there. The art style is super
really pretty.
Yeah, a lot in that same vein of kind of a mix between manga and Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah. And every page is like painted, and it's really, really beautiful. So a lot of people picked up this series in individual form, maybe just number one, because the covers look like cute anime art. But the inside is like way better. It's I mean the cover art is gorgeous. It's like the back cover. Yeah. So it's this kind of level of art. All of the pages are like that, where they're really gorgeous. So if you miss the series, the trade comes out tomorrow.
1 and 2, right? There's just 2 books.
It was a series of 4, I believe.
Oh, was it?
Mm-hmm.
I know that the books were like really big and thick.
Yeah, really great paper. Oh, the paper's that really nice quality paper as well. Yeah, you will like it.
I like it.
All right, and that is it for today. Go and find a shop near you.
And don't forget, if you're a Saga fan, big things are happening.
Yes.
Big event happens in this week's Saga.
Big scary thing.
You can find the cover so you guys will know which one to pick up.
Very smart to mention it. It's like,
if we have
it. Did they take them all over there?
Oh, no, they're right there.
Yeah, big scary thing that I can't tell you about, but it's really good if you are caught up in Saga.
It looks awesome.
Your mind
I love that
will
detail.
be blown.
Marguerite Saga.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta read Saga. I personally love Saga because it's this continuing like drama, but it's like Game of Thrones in space. With Romeo and Juliet, and it's just all this sci-fi fantasy wonderfulness. I love it.
Yes. There's nothing that exists like it, so there's nothing really to compare it to.
She doesn't know it, but she's in the show.
I'm not in the show.
You're in the show every week.
That's true. You always talk.
You only get to hear her voice. That's all you're gonna get from Sarah.
You only hear
like
voice.
voiceover.
It's not for young audiences. It's for
definitely not.
Yeah.
And from Black Mask, one that we've been waiting for a really long time, Last Song number 2.
Oh yeah, worth the wait.
Yes, always. I didn't read it because I want to be surprised later. But
and Ruin of Thieves number 2 by Ram V is out tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Just lots of books. I wish we could review every one of them. It's so hard for us to choose every week because we know you guys don't want to watch an hour of us jabber on. You want to go read the books.
Yes.
All right, comicshoplocator.com. If you want to get Jenny a job as a rap artist, just hashtag rap Jenny. See, we'll make that a thing.
That might already exist.
Might, who cares? All right, bye everybody. We love you. See you next week.